Man, listen, when I say this is the worst car I ever had, so many terrible things happened to me in this vehicle. First, the door don't work. So I try to be slick when I'm pulling up on chicks. I'm like, you can drive? Let me slide over. They think I'm such a gentleman. You know, I'm like, you can drive. I don't want them to know that that dog fucked up. So I'm slide to the right.
Why get it from anywhere else when you can get it straight from the yacht with Promise?
It's not a threat, it's a promise.
You know who it is and what it is. What it do is she got Promise, the Yapper of the Year. And it's time for another episode of Straight from the Yap with Promise. Appreciate you tapping in and tuning in. Salute to everybody who's been listening to us, you know what I'm saying, downloading the pod. And of course, those who are watching us on YouTube, appreciate you. I'm riding solo once again, but you know I always got my squad with me behind the scenes. My producer, Dr. Can Beats in the building. Nico, my shooter. And it's time, you know, to have some more fun. It's been a wild ride. Can y'all believe we already at our 16th episode?
Sweet 16?
Sweet 16. I heard the average podcast make it to 10 and that's it. That's crazy.
10 episodes?
Dude, they were saying like the average podcast doesn't follow through. Like they get to 10 and then they either get distracted or they don't keep it going.
It's hard work, man.
It is, especially when you care like we care.
Yeah.
We put a lot into making this show a real production, a real show. It's another job for us. So
The behind the scenes is a whole another 16 episodes.
right. The off the record shit.
Off the record shit, the ups and the downs and the edits and the shit that didn't make it.
Facts. Man, the cutting room floor.
The cutting room floor is, if we could ever gather that all together, that's a whole season.
We damn near need a documentary on this process, no cap. Like,
Word.
But before we get into today's episode, as always, man, when I have time, I love to do these PSAs. So it's time for another Promise Service announcement. PSA, Promise Service announcement. All money ain't good money. Just because a bag is attached to it, don't mean you should be grabbing for that bag. I get it. We all are here trying to get money. We all want to get paid. We all want to live better and have things. But you got to be mindful and cautious of what is on the other side of that dollar sign. So again, get your money, take care of yourself, take care of your family. But all money is not good money. Don't lose yourself or lose who you are trying to chase the bag and get some money. Because you may get that money, but you may lose a whole lot more in return. PSA, Promise Service announcement.
That's pretty deep, man. That's heavy.
Hey, I ain't all jokes.
Hey, I remember right in the beginning of the podcast, like phenomena, right out of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I was doing podcasting down at the Sherman Phoenix and at So Greedy Studio. Shout out So Greedy, Strict. Chasing the dollar. Some cats came down and were like, hey, I want to do a podcast.
Yeah.
They came down with their cash. Man, they came down like, you know the old hip hop shows when they have like you come out as a rapper and then you bring your posse, you bring your crew, and they take over the whole stage.
Yeah.
Man, it was deep in the studio like that. It was one dude who was supposed to be the host, but he brought his family, his cousins. It was about 40 people. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not.
You ain't Fat Joeing?
I'm not Fat Joeing. It was at least 25 people down there in the studio just sitting around. I'm like, I can't operate like this, man. I had to quit, man. It was chasing the dollar, man. I was chasing the dollar and had to give it up. I was giving up my morals. I was giving up my comfortability. It was terrible.
And you know, man, people will do that. You know what I'm saying? Because like, again, nobody want to struggle. Nobody want to be broke. Nobody want to be in bad spots their whole life. So you see opportunity to get some money. You like, yo, I'm gonna make this play. But like I said, what may be on the other side of that? It might be a temporary fix. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think about sometimes some of my best situations in life came from when I didn't get paid the most, right? Mm-hmm. Or when I took a short. The money might have not been great right away, but I was willing to take the opportunity. And then in turn, I saw a larger bag down the road. But a lot of times, you know, we don't want to wait for the money. We want it instant. And I try to tell people that that microwave shit is what it is. It's like when you get a home cooked meal and you put it in the oven, it's going to take longer, but it's sustained, right? You can eat much longer. You get a microwave meal, that's quick. And you ain't going to be able to eat tomorrow. You ain't going to have no leftovers.
But then the other part of that is the people who are paying feel as if they have control over you because they have the money and can make decisions on your behalf based off the money that they get, because they're giving you money, they control you. And that's another thing that goes with that. Like, you chasing the dollar. You know, how much are you willing to sacrifice of yourself for that dollar?
And like you said, and controlling power is a whole nother level to it, because it could be some other things that make you jeopardize who you are, right?
Yeah.
Because that person has control and power. So now you like, I done did this for the money. And so, yeah, all those things, I think about that, you know, whether it's a contract, a regular job, entertainment, you know, these things can be applied to everyday life, because the business we're in media, we're in entertainment. So of course you want to grow, you want to make your platform get visible, you want to make as much money as you can. We live in America, capitalism, ha ha. But on the other end of that, you like, yo, what are you giving up? Are you losing who you are as a person? You know, are you losing your soul? Are you losing your identity? Like, are you doing things that don't align with who you are as a person because you like, man, I got to get this bag. I really don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. And again, I'm not talking about if you work a job, a 9 to 5 that you don't like, and you like, I got to go out here and bust my butt to do what I need to do to take care of my family. I'm talking about when you have decisions that can change something, and you make a detrimental decision based on a dollar, or you're not doing what you want to do. You're only doing it solely for some money. That's the type of shit. And I think you should be very mindful and leery of those people too. I never feel comfortable around people who always about money. That always make me uneasy, because I'm like, if this person is always about, man, I got to get the money, I'm about the money. I'm like, that means you will fuck over anyone, or you'll do something that is bad to make sure you get paid.
Are you familiar with Grinlock?
That sounds familiar to me.
He's an anime character that he's like a hood. It's like it's like a violent Boondocks, but Grinlock is a hood vigilante. He's like the boogeyman in the hood, but he comes back and he attacks people who take advantage of other people in the hood. So if you are a person who takes advantage of somebody because of money, for example, if it's a company that is in the hood and is benefiting off the hood, but yet it's a detriment to the hood kind of thing. Like, they had one called the Turkey Butt Hut.
What?
The Turkey Butt Hut. It's a play on the turkey, the turkey place in Houston. What was the turkey leg hut or whatever down there in Houston, where everybody was going crazy?
Oh, going crazy over the turkey leg?
Going over,
yeah.
But I guess it's a play on that, the Turkey Butt Hut, and the Turkey Butt Hut was made with processed food. It was poison in the hood, and Grinlock came back and killed the owner because he was taking advantage of the hood, kind of thing. So this reminds me of that, like people coming in and taking advantage of you because of your money, and it's a detriment to their community.
Right. That's a great example. You know, not knocking people, because a lot of people grow and change and evolve, but you know, back in the day, especially in the movies, you know, the Nino Brown, it was like, you're making all this money, but you're poisoning your people. You know, you're poisoning the hood.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. You out here trying to hustle, you trying to get some money. Your intention isn't to be detrimental per se, but it's like, in turn, I'm selling a product and I'm making money, but at what cost, right?
When you think about all the people who were looking up to that and were chasing him because he had the money.
Yeah,
selling themselves out to actually be in his good grace so they can get the money too.
Yeah, it's like it get wild out here, man. And I get it, man. People be going through it. It's tough times financially. The economy is a certain way. People lose jobs. People fall on hard times, and I understand you may have to do what you need to do. But I just tell people, be mindful of that, you know, because it's a price that may come with that. And what if you do something in the short term to fix it, and now it's a long-term problem, right? You may not be able to get up out of that, or it may be a situation where you're like, damn, my kids got to look on the gram and see mama. My kids got to look on the gram and see pops. You know, things can live out there. So just, you know, just be mindful of those things. But
it's funny, I think in New Jack City, Nick Ashford was the dude selling his soul. He sold his soul to to Nino too. He was like the pastor
Yeah. Yeah.
from Ashford and Simpson.
But wasn't that Ashford Year with Ashford Assistant?
Nick Ashford. He was
Hey, a whole new definition of solid. Solid as a rock.
solid as a rock.
Smoke crack.
Sold out his whole community for the church. To
Bruh.
be friends with Nino Brown.
Bruh. Hey, but we got to table that because I got another segment I want us to do in the future where we do some deep dives on movies.
Oh.
We like dissect some stuff from film.
Hey, the stuff like that is all over the place because that's a very small cameo of a character, or you could go deep dive in that.
Right. Especially if you know music. You like, I know they who I think it is.
Right.
That man wrote plenty hits. Like, but let's get into today's show. We got a couple different topics we're going to discuss. And one of the first things we're going to hop into, I play first and last with a lot of my guests when they're in the studio. But I want to do something a little different today with you. And for those who are listening and watching, they can chime in the comments. I wanted to talk about your first car, your worst car, and then like your favorite whip. So obviously, in order to be in this conversation, you have to have a vehicle. So if you don't got a vehicle, catch a ride. But obviously, if you've had more than one or a few vehicles, this is a conversation you can have because everybody remember that first car, right? If you have a first car, you remember the first whip you ever got, whether it was given to you, whether you saved up enough money and purchased it, or whatever the case may be. So Cam Beats, what was your first car?
The first car I ever had was a 1977 Buick Skylark.
What color?
It was Doogie Brown.
Doodle Brown.
Doodle Brown.
Doodle Brown.
It was my sister's car, and she had got a new car, and she had passed it down to me.
Okay.
And I had to have my foot on the gas and the brake at the same time in order to keep it running. If I took my foot off the gas, it would just shut off. So I had to put my foot on the brake and kind of gas the car up at stop sign. Hey, but we kicked it. And if you was behind me, you probably had cancer.
Oh shit, you was polluting the earth?
I was putting all kind of smoke in the air. All kind of smoke. But it got me. I was riding through Oak Creek. I was riding spots I shouldn't have been riding in. I was riding dirty.
UGK?
I was riding dirty. Tint dark as it was a legal tint. It was it was as bad. It was a bad ride though.
But having that, you felt like you was on top of the world with that first car.
I had a ride. I would get in the car and just drive places because I had a car.
Yeah.
It was brown. It was brown. They had painted it brown because I think it was yellow before that. And they had it painted brown.
So it was piss and they painted it shit?
It was like a creamy. It was creamy yellow, but then they painted it brown. My parents painted it brown. I guess that was their gift to make it look a little bit hotter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Buick, that was the first whip?
Yeah.
Okay. My first car was, I think it was a 90 or 91 Ford Mustang.
A Mustang?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now, a lot of people were confused when they would see me and they was like, oh, you got Kane from Menace Whip. And I was like, no, Kane had the 5.0. I wish I could have came on the block talking about some boom, boom, do-do-do-do.
Look at the motherfucking wheels.
Man, we supposed to be brothers. I wish I had the 5.0 that Kane had. I had the LX. So if anybody know about those models of the cars, I think it was a 91 Mustang LX. It was a hatchback joint. Kane had the 5.0. His shit was cold with the Daytons. Well, he stole them Daytons. But I had a Mustang. That's my first car.
Was that a 4-cylinder?
You know what? I don't remember. I'll tell you this, though. It was hell in winter. That was my first whip. It was black. I went and got the black tints on it. And how I got that car, my mom bought it for me. I probably was like maybe 19. And my mom bought it from my cousin at the time was married, so her husband, so he would have been my cousin-in-law. He sold it. It was an old car he had. He wasn't doing nothing with it no more. My mom's bought it off of him, and that was my first whip, bro. And when I say, like you said, I drove everywhere in that car, because I had a car and it was a Mustang, and I remember getting the face snatched out, putting the CD, you know.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you though, terrible shit. That car transy went. And the worst thing you could think happened when I had that car, I remember we drove to the gas station. One of my homies, he wanted to get some wraps. Driving to the gas station. When we come back out the gas station, get in the car, I start my car up and bag up, you know, to get ready to go forward. That bitch wouldn't go forward. And I was like, yo, they're like, what's wrong? I said, man, this shit won't. Yo, the car would only go in reverse. It wouldn't go forward. So we had to leave the car at the gas station. We had to walk back to where we was at. And I'll never forget, rest in peace to my Uncle Keenan, my Uncle Boss. He used to be a mechanic. He had to come get it for us. And shout out to the Waukesha Police Department. We was in Waukesha. Yo, this is the first time I ever seen the police do something where I was like, they cool. Yo, my uncle had to drive that bitch backwards. Because at the time I was at Carroll. I was in school. My uncle had to drive that bitch from the gas station back to campus. The police blocked the streets and helped guide us back to school. My uncle drove that bitch backwards all the way back to the campus.
Dog.
Bro.
Dog is cold.
My uncle My uncle was like, yo, I would never forget that. And the police, because the police seen us, they're like, hey, what the hell's going on here? He like, man, nephew, transy went. Cops like, got y'all. He blocked off the traffic. One cop was like, hey, make sure they get back straight. The other cop blocked off the traffic, so it went up crazy, bro. But the transy went, and that was the end of the Mustang, dog.
Oh, you never got it replaced?
Listen, that bitch set in the whoever, if you go to Carroll, well, me and you alum now.
Right.
But anybody know that overflow parking lot? My shit Cam Beach set in that overflow lot, I feel like for 2 years. I used to walk by and just look at my shit. It just was in the lot, bro, till they came and told it. I never got to drive the whip again, man. But that was the first whip.
He was looking in the window singing, day after day.
Hey, look. Hey, look. You know I had the keys, so some days I just sit in the bitch. I just get the key and I'll go, look. Yeah. Just sit in the car. But that was the first whip. All right, Cam Beats.
All right.
We talked about the first. We gotta talk about the worst. What was your worst car? What's the worst vehicle?
The worst car.
The worst thing you drove.
Woo. Well, it wasn't the worst, but it was,
Then why you telling me?
I mean, it was the worst to me. I mean, it was
Okay.
it was a bad car, but it was mine, and I was proud of it. It was a Volkswagen Fox.
What the hell is that?
Exactly. It was a stick. It was a 4-speed stick. It was 4 doors, but I don't even know why I had 4 doors. And the back seat was so small. I don't even understand how you could fit in there. But you look at it, you see it. Yep.
What y'all Googling it?
Yeah.
We're gonna edit this in there. Bob?
I think it was an 89. What was it, 89? What year is that? 93. They stopped making them at one point. It was like an 89 or 88, something like that. Volkswagen Fox. It got me down to school. It got me to college because I had the car that I had sold.
Okay.
That was my favorite car. That's going to be the next conversation,
Yeah.
whatever. But I got rid of that one, and I was stuck with that one. That's why I was mad, because I got rid of the car that I really liked, and I had to drive that one. But it was very narrow. And shout out to Carletta, my ex-wife. She got into a car accident, and that was the end of the Fox. Niggas used to read me. Here come Tommy. They were here come the Fox.
Yo.
They're like, here come the Fox. Here come the Fox. And I pull up. Hey, I had the banging system in there though.
Oh, you had the subs?
I had a blow pump in there.
Blow.
Couldn't tell me shit. Paint was faded. Yeah.
Oh, what color was it?
It was maroon, but it probably kind of looked pink because it was so faded.
Yeah.
Hey, it got me from point A to point B.
Right, that's what's most
And
important.
it broke down. It broke down in Anna, Illinois, and like a tie rod or something that broken. So it's a very rare car. You never even heard of the motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why I
So
said, what the hell?
that we were stuck in Anna, Illinois, and if you look up Anna, Illinois. It's an acronym, ANNA. But it was the middle of the night. We had pushed the car over the hill, and we had rolled down into a gas station. We had to wait for them to tow us to a spot. We had to wait 3 days for the part to come because there was no parts. But it's Anna, Illinois it's a sundown town. We were stuck in a sundown town for 3 days. We didn't know. I didn't know it was a sundown town.
Oh, shit.
I think it stands for it's like ain't no niggas allowed or something like that. I think that's what that's what it says.
Yo.
Ain't no niggas allowed or some shit like that.
Man, come on, man.
Dude, I'm not lying. I'm not
Yo.
lying. So me and Carletta stuck in
No colors allowed?
We there for 3 days. They all like, hey, there's the guys with the broken down car. We don't know we're in a sundown town.
Damn.
Yep, that's see.
Okay, so that was the worst whip.
Well, I think that car was the worst because I went through the worst experience I ever experienced.
And you know what? I just thought about it too. Earlier I said, because this is episode 16, so we've shot 15, but I forgot this is episode 16. But okay, so that's your worst. All right, my worst car, 1996 Cuddy. I had a Cutlass.
That's a nice.
Yeah.
That was a nice joint.
Okay, yeah, let me finish. My 96 Cuddy had a whole door that didn't open. The passenger door did not work.
I was about to say the driver door.
The passenger door didn't work at all. At all. You was one way in and one way out of my car.
That's a two-door.
Yes. This shit was, listen, I was so proud though, because it was the first whip I bought my own money, right? At the time, I had started hosting and doing some gigs out of state. Back then, I still was messing with the music, making music. So we had made some money doing a couple shows and events. So at the time, I'm like, man, I'm gonna go buy a whip. I happen to be riding by with somebody. I see it parked. It was clean. It was white. I'm like, ooh, that 96 Cuddy clean. So I'm like, man, how much y'all want for it?
It was white too?
It was white. So I'm like, how much you want for it? I don't know if it, I don't know, it's used car. He wanted $2 grand, whatever he wanted for it. So I'm like, let me go to the bank of mattress. Let me go to Mattress Financial. Went under the mattress.
Mattress. I was like, what bank is this?
Hey, I was young and dumb. I ain't had all my money in the bank yet. So I go get the cash. Shout out to my uncle, that same uncle, Uncle Boss. Unc was a mechanic. So I say, Unc, I'm looking at this whip. I need you to come by, check it out, make sure everything good. So he checking under the hood, he make sure everything's straight. He said, yeah, everything good. He said, nephew, this goddamn door don't open. It's sealed.
Oh, it was sealed shut.
So something must have happened with that car where they had an accident or something, and they had the passenger door sealed. You couldn't open it at all. So my uncle you gotta tell me you gotta go lower. You know what I'm saying? You got a door that don't open. So I'm like, come on, dog, I want the whip, So we negotiate, I get the car, right? Beautiful car, it's dope. Man, listen, when I say this is the worst car I ever had, so many terrible things happened to me in this vehicle. First, the door don't work. So I try to be slick when I'm pulling up on chicks. I'm like, you can drive? Let me slide over. They think I'm such a gentleman, I'm like, you can drive. I don't want them to know that dog fucked up. So I'm slide to the right. The door don't work. One day, something happened with my brakes, right? Had to get my brakes fixed. When you got a used car, you be being cheap, you don't want to go to no real mechanic, so you try to go to have somebody fix it. My uncle had kind of got out of the fixing car game. He like, I ain't finna be doing that shit no more, nephew. So I go to this cat house that's supposed to be cold. He had me pull in his garage to do the brakes in the garage. As I'm pulling into his garage, I smash my side mirror. So now I got a door that don't work, and I got a side mirror hanging. That's okay. Then I go to the salvage place, right? I'm like, let me see if I can find a mirror. Find a mirror, but the screws or whatever don't quite fit it. So we rig it and take my side mirror. Oh, it gets worse. While I have this vehicle, I get in my first ever car accident. I'm on Highway 100, headed south, bunch of traffic in front of me. Somebody in front of me hits on their brakes. The other person hit on their brakes. Next thing I know, I try to swerve to avoid them. I avoid these people. But I go right into the back of somebody else. Cram, as Tony Baker would say. Cram. Front of the car. I'm just like, thankfully nobody got hurt. Everybody was good. It gets worse. I'm now driving the vehicle with one door, one side mirror, and the front end is now crammed like a soda can. The last straw. I'm on Capitol Drive. If you're in the 414, I'm driving. I start seeing smoke. I'm like, damn, somebody blowing it down out here. No, sir. I'm leaking antifreeze. Head gasket, gone.
Wow.
I was able to get it to my mama house. It was doing this.
That's the end of that shit.
Bro, pulled up at my mama crib. It stayed at my mama crib till I had to call and had that bitch towed. Worst car ever had. Bro, the worst. The Cuddy, dead, rest in peace. Oh, I forgot. Other worst thing about having that vehicle. Fools broke in it and stole my CD player. Worst car I ever had.
Let me guess, they came in through the passenger side.
No, they came through the driver's side. Passenger side didn't work.
That's the day that the passenger side worked.
When I tell you that's the worst car I ever had. Like, I've never heard of this many bad things happening to somebody you know with a car. Bro, and the thing is, too, I never forget when them fools broke in that car. Shout out to my brother AD. Me and AD had left from like a bar watching the game, right? NBA Finals was happening at that time. I drop him off. I stop by my mama crib. I'm in her house. Fools popped my trunk and broke in my shit while I was in my mama crib, bro. I come outside the house, CD face gone, trunk popped. I'm like, these fools and broke in my whip in front of my mama house. Stole my shit. Left the car though. Worst car I ever had by far. Man, that car was the worst.
You know, the irony of that is my best car, my favorite car.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Was a Cuddy.
I ain't this a bitch.
My favorite car is 1976 Cutlass Supreme.
You had a big body.
It was a big body, clean. And when I got it, it had like 40,000 miles on it. So it was classic clean. But it was starting to get a little rusty because, you know, the Wisconsin winter.
Winters, yeah.
And I'm 19, so I don't have the dope dealer money to kind of keep it going. So mom's got the same person, whoever painted the car brown, the mother car brown. I went to him to kind of restore this car. So they kind of did their thing and made sure it was clean as hell when I got it back. Like cats was sweating the hell out of it. So much so that it was stolen like 4 or 5 times.
Multiple times?
I'm not exaggerating.
And you kept getting it back?
Kept getting it back. Kept getting recovered. They was joyriding in it. Damn. Same thing with you. They popped a hole in the trunk, and got in my car. Broke the steering column. Like it was for a minute. I had to use a screwdriver to start the car up.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So you was looking like you stole your own car.
Looked like I stole my own car. But
I stole my car, Jody.
I love that car. That car was like when it's time to get me one, another old school, I'm getting me one.
That's what you would get again.
That took me to Grambling. It took me to Freaknik. I drove it to Freaknik. I drove it to the Red River Classic in Memphis. We went to Dallas. We went to Houston. That car went everywhere.
Oh, so you was putting some miles on that thing.
I put some miles. That was the highway car, but I couldn't keep up with it. I couldn't keep up with the maintenance of it. So I just sold it to my guy. That's when I ended up buying that Volkswagen.
Damn.
Yeah, but I love that car.
Okay, so that's your favorite.
Well, that's one of my favorites because obviously the new favorite is the Jeep.
Is
the Wrangler. I still got Jilly. Jilly from Philly. Take the top off. All the ladies love it with the top off.
Okay, so wait. I got another question. Okay, so my favorite, see, that's tough, because like you said, my current vehicle obviously is the best vehicle I've ever had, so I'm in a different space in life. But I had a Bonneville once.
I remember the Bonneville.
Remember I had the Bonneville? The Bonneville was clean. My Bonneville was clean. It was kind of like a purple or like a...
I never saw it in the daylight. It was
Right.
always-
People used to ask me, was it different colors? Because it was like a maroon or like a... But I liked the Bonneville. The Bonneville I had was clean. I did like my Bonneville. I hated when that had some trouble and I had to get rid of my Bonneville, but I did like the Bonneville a lot. But my current car, and for a lot of reasons, we're not gonna name what that is. we don't need people running up on me.
But I'm sure it has a lot to do, and it's probably the same reason that Jilly is one of my favorites, because it was the car that you wanted. It's the car that you picked out. You sought it out, and
Yeah, so yours is Jilly. So okay, my car is actually, I was gonna ask you this, because a lot of times people's cars are women.
yes.
My car is a guy though. My car is T'Challa Jackson.
The Black Panther.
He's not, but Black Panther don't have a last name. T'Challa doesn't. The King of Wakanda don't got a last name.
Yeah.
I gave him the last name Jackson because I got the Thriller seats.
You the equivalent.
My guts.
You the equivalent of the hood mama in the elementary school that find a hot name. Ooh, I like that name. You gonna be T'Challa.
But my whip is, because even in the app, with my car, it got the app or whatever for auto start and all that. My shit. So when you look at my shit, my car actually says that his name is T'Challa Jackson. But he T'Challa because what I'm saying. Michael Jackson Thriller. Mm-hmm. Mike had the red and black jacket.
Right.
My guts, I got red and black guts in my car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my car is black. So when I got it, I was like, immediately, I'm like, oh, this T'Challa Jackson, brother.
T'Challa Michael. Okay.
Facts. But yeah, so I would say that's my current car is probably my favorite whip because, like you said, it's something I never had before. I had worked hard. Finally got to a certain place in life where I could afford a certain type of vehicle. So I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna get that. But I did like the Bonnie, but yeah, I would say my current whip is my favorite.
Yeah, I'm never getting rid of mine. I think about getting rid of it, but it's got 200. I put miles on my car. She got 230,000 miles on it now.
Oh, you be out this bitch whipping.
I drive cars.
Hey, well, Ludacris still has
Was this Acura?
No, he got the Acura. Damn it, the Legend.
I think Acura Legend.
Yeah, Luda still got, and I think his shit he might have like 300,000 miles on his shit.
I actually like that Legend though.
Yeah, because he had it on his album cover, like even when he got his money, Luda, and he still drive around Atlanta, you'll see Luda in that car.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope as shit. He modified it, made sure, and I think he said that was like his first car when he got a decent amount of money or whatever. So yeah, I think that's super dope. But yeah, I'm with you though. Like if I could have certain, like a fleet of vehicles, there's also of course dream vehicles and certain things I would like to do or re-get. Like I probably would get that 5.0. Like I would be out here like I'm Kane if I could.
Well,
you know
what's funny is, as I got to the point where I needed to get another car because obviously this one is on, it's up there in miles. I did get another one. It was really hard for me to find a car that I wanted because that was the car that I desired. That was my dream car. So now I was like, all right, I didn't think I would get to a point where I would have to get another one. I was like, well, I can't imagine buying another car. And I don't want to buy another Wrangler. So that's when I ended up getting the car I got, who is now Shaka Khan.
Yeah.
I love chocolate women.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little chocolate.
I like chocolate women. Gilly from Philly and Shaka Khan.
No, I said, no white chocolate for you, huh?
Nah. I'm not gonna do that. I won't do that one.
Oh shit. Let me chill out. All right, that leads me to our last and our final topic for today. Man, Camp Beats, this is important because we need it, especially for the platform we have. We interact with social media. We post clips. We're on social media. But I'm really starting to believe that social media has made people antisocial. I believe that the current state we're in, people don't know how to interact with human beings anymore.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I'm going to actually add myself to that.
Really?
I'm going to add myself to that.
Accountability?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to admit that I have fallen victim into being less social out in social settings and probably more dependent on interactions on social media. So much so that people think that I'm just outgoing, gregarious person and like when you meet me. But that's just a personality that you might see on social media.
Yeah.
So when you see me, I'll say, "Hey, how you doing?" I'll have like a 3, 4, 5 minute conversation. After that, I was like, "All right, I'm done. I'm done socializing now."
Swipe right, scroll.
Right.
It's just, to me, it's getting really bad. And like, to me, this is for all ages, all generations. This is not a OG or a unk or a guy coming down on Gen Z or Gen Alpha. No, this is for everybody because this is affecting all of us. I went into a spot last night to grab some food, right? And there were 3 people who were together at a table. I don't know if they were family, they were friends, what, but they all were together. And when I looked over at them while I was waiting on my food, all 3 of them were like this. They had text neck. There, 3 of them are sitting together, not talking to each other, not looking at each other, they looking at their phones.
Was it family or?
I don't know if they were family or what, but they knew each other. Mm-hmm. And in my head, I'm just like, yo, where are we at to where we can't even be amongst each other in a room and like not be on our, you know what I'm saying? Like family members, friends get together, do stuff, functions. We all got together to be around each other, in the company of each other, but we on phones or we like, hey, you see this? We can't have a moment to just take a break from that. I feel like it's making us antisocial where we don't know how to socialize with each other anymore, or we don't know how to talk to each other. Like, I hear some young boys, now this is for the young boys, I hear them trying to holler at females to get chicks. They don't even know how to ask for phone numbers now. They be like, let me get your Instagram. And I'm like, why you ain't get her phone number? Well, I'm gonna get her IG and I'm gonna DM her later and get her number. That's ass backwards.
That's so
She's
weird.
right here.
That's so weird.
But I guess they feel like they want to do the research, like, let me see some things about her, kind of do a deep dive before I holler. But I'm just like, you are in front of a human being, and instead of saying, can I get your number, can I get an opportunity to meet with you and talk with you later, let me get your Instagram. I don't want to talk to you right now. Let me get your IG.
Do you remember how much courage it took to actually go up and actually holler at a chick and get her phone number?
Whew. Brother.
On a piece of paper.
Brother. I remember I had the Rolodex. That was the little, let me put you on my...
Man, I was scared to death. I was scared to death. So when you came to a girl and asked her for her number, that was gonna be the one, because you put a lot of effort into that one.
I wonder if in the medical world, are they experiencing an uptick in people with text neck? Like, I wonder how many people are needing to go, like, doc, because I
think there is issues with posture, right?
It has to be. And also, I know that if you got text neck, that means you're not aware of your surroundings.
Text neck is crazy.
I might have to coin that. You out here with text neck, you're not paying attention to your surroundings, and you got one injury, that means you bound to get another damn one because you ain't looking. Left to the right, you can't even turn your damn head. And you might need an injury attorney. And if you find yourself needing one, you need to call 1-855-NICOLET. Nicolay Law, Wisconsin and the Midwest #1 injury attorney. So if you are going to be looking at your phone, you better be looking for a goddamn attorney. And it's Nicolay Law.
Dog, you make me sick, dog.
You get the beard, you get the win. They make insurance.
I did not know where you were going.
out here talking about some, I don't know, what's up? Help, please. Break your damn neck, man. And bro, I seen a dude in the bathroom. I was at 3rd Street Market, right? Downtown Milwaukee for our people in the 414. I go in the restroom to use, I went in to wash my hands before I got ready to eat, right? A dude in the stall or at the urinal, right? He on his phone while he peeing. I'm like, what's so important to where you can't pee in peace? He on social media, because you can hear what he watching. So I hear him scrolling on TikTok while he peeing. Then he got ready to wash his hands. He can't even look for the soap. Cause I said, hey dog, put your phone down. I could have hit you in the head and robbed your ass if I was that kind of person. It's just getting bad, bro, to where like everybody is on our phones constantly. And I find myself like, here's my accountability. When it's time to go to bed, right? There are times where I am scrolling when I know I should be going to bed, or I'm show prepping. I'm looking for content for what we do or for things for stand-up. And that's still no excuse. It's like, I need to shut my brain down and go to bed, but then you go down that rabbit hole. Or on YouTube or whatever. You just constantly with these phones in our hands, bro. It's just, but in that case, that's not making me antisocial because I'm home alone. But it's still problematic. But my thing is for people who are minimizing our interactions with each other, right? I have a rule. When I'm around my friends and stuff, like I just prefer to be present with them. When I go to my grandmother, my mother's house to visit them, I walk in the kitchen, my phones go on the kitchen table, and I go sit with my granny, sit with my mom, and I chop it up with them. I don't look at my phone until I leave. So if there's been a time where you or Nico or Kennedy, anybody who's hit me, and I maybe took 3-4 hours to respond, sometimes it's that. I'm over there with them, and I'm like, I'm so busy, I don't give them enough time. So the least I could do.
That's how life used to be. Like if I called you and you weren't available, you just were not available. We're way too available right now. So like much like you, like when I'm out at a restaurant or if I'm on a date, I do put the phone down because I want to make sure that they recognize I'm present with them. I look at it for time or if I want to show them something or whatever. But otherwise, it's just me and you.
Yeah.
And that's purposely done. And it's conscientious, which at one point, just think, we didn't have that accessibility all the time. So that was just, it was unheard of to not be in front of somebody and not give them the attention. Now it's like commonplace. Like I've seen families, like you just described, go out to eat and you got 5-6 people at a table and nobody talking. Like the entire night. Like my family, I'll look up and say, hey, we are never going to be that. That's not going to be us ever.
Yeah. Because it's just, take some time to just be present. Again, we can DM and send each other funny videos and stuff all day long, but if we're in the moment, you're in front of me. I'm seeing you, I could touch you, I could be around you. We don't always have those moments. You're not always able to, especially as you get older, Tommy, you got kids, your kids grow up, so you don't always have the time to spend like you used to, or they have different interests now. They want to do different things, they want to go places. Family and friends drift apart, relationships grow, right? You don't always have time to be present. So if you do have time to kick it with your friends or your family, why not do that? Right. Sit here or social media is, again, made you antisocial where you go to a concert and you don't watch the damn concert, you film the concert.
Well, a lot of the artists would rather you not have, I think Jill Scott caught some flack for her tour when she was like, no cell phones allowed. She wants them to be all present for the show.
Dave Chappelle at comedy shows, Kevin Hart at comedy shows. Comedy shows.
I appreciate that. Like because how many people are already like taping it live? Like I watched the whole Jay-Z concert
via somebody's phone
on TikTok. I was there. I was at Yankee Stadium, nigga, because some other person was out there with their phone the whole entire time, videotaping on live. They was live streaming the shit.
That's why people with iPhones always dead. Everybody I know with an iPhone, their percentage always low. It's again, if you go to a concert, a live event, whatever. Okay, you go to a football game, you go to a wrestling event, you go to a wedding, anything. It's cool to document where you're at and what you're doing, sure, but not the whole. So you're gonna have your arm, you're gonna have text neck, carpal tunnel, elbowitis. Elbowitis. All kind of shit gonna be. You're a doctor. Are those terms?
Hey, you made it up.
It's just wild where we're so, and also too, social media makes me antisocial where people don't even know how to write a sentence. Everything's abbreviated now, right? So we so used to shortening and abbreviating, you can't write a whole damn sentence no more because you're used to everything being condensed. it's like an unrealistic expectation of life because and everything is quick, right? So you don't want to wait for nothing no more. Social media has made it to where I need it instant.
Yeah.
And if you don't tell me something within a short period of time, my brain is like, I can't process it. Like it has to happen right away. Or if it's not on social media, it didn't really happen.
I just remember back in the day calling somebody and they didn't have call waiting. Call waiting was something new, where you could click over when somebody called.
Oh, you talking about on the house phone era?
House phone.
Oh, shit.
There was a time where there was no call waiting, so when you called, the line was busy. Like you just didn't get through. there was no voicemail. There was nothing. Like actually, Leroy Butler tells the story about him waiting for the Packers to call him on draft day, and
he did that story on Nicolay Law sponsored podcast, Midwest Legends. Shout out to Russell Nicolay Law. If you haven't, check out that podcast. And of course, they tapped into us. And if you need an injury lawyer, you also could holler at him because, you know, he a good lawyer too. So, NicolayLaw.com if you need an injury lawyer. And also check out the Midwest Legends podcast, which is, of course, is sponsored by Nicolay Law. Back to you, Ken Beats.
That was a nice lob. I threw that up there. But Leroy Butler tells a story about him waiting on draft day to get drafted, and his sister's on the phone, and the Packers can't get through. They've been trying to call, and the line was busy. That's where we come from. That's the era I come from.
Yeah.
You missed the call. You just missed the call. That was it. And life went on. Like now, life ends if you don't have your phone with you, which is wild.
And the other thing too is like the dependency on it and the need to be in the loop. It's a 24/7 cycle. Like television, radio, other things, there's breaks from it, right? There's no break from social media unless you make yourself take a break. So I do these little sabbaticals, especially when I was on radio. I wouldn't even go on the internet on a Friday or Saturday if I didn't have to. Until that Sunday night when I had to get ready to prep for the next day, work day, I would try to take breaks. Right now, while we even doing this podcast, I'm gonna post clips, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, but then I try to take a day where like on a Sunday, I don't even open not a NAN app to just give myself a moment to be like, I don't care what's going on, what's trending, what's viral, what's whatever. I just give myself a moment to be like, let me remove. Because if not, I feel like I'll be stuck in a time where, because we are content creators as well, we know we need people to watch us, listen to us, we need to get the numbers, the views, the attention. I get all that. But still, even though I am a creator and I want you to watch me and listen to this podcast, go somewhere and sit the fuck down. Go somewhere and remove yourself for a moment, a day, a few hours, anything to just take a break, because I feel like social media is consuming us. Our cell phones are consuming us, and it's unrealistic. You don't have a real sense of like people or how to, maneuver and interact because you're living through a screen.
You're right.
All these tough guys and keyboard warriors, you know what I'm saying? You living through a screen. Mm-hmm. You so gangster and hardcore on a phone and wouldn't bust a grape in a group in a fruit fight. You don't know how to even interact with people, or you overly sensitive because of characters, right? You are constantly arguing. I seen some people arguing the other day in the comments, and I'm just like, I wish I would be arguing in the comment section on social media with people. That's where we at as society.
Yeah.
We'll rather post our thoughts and feelings online instead of telling people who we love. I'm gonna vent on Instagram. I'm gonna vent on Facebook. I'm gonna put something on Threads, but I ain't tell you, Cam Beats. So you have no idea I'm subbing you or I'm mad at you, but I done went to the internet instead of coming to the person I got a problem with.
Well, how about the whole purpose of the phone itself? To call somebody.
Call? What the fuck is that?
You just text you. I mean, you're gonna text. People would rather text than make the phone call.
Bro, listen, they would rather, instead of a therapist, Jesus, they mama, they gonna go vent on the internet. Social media has created a free-for-all to where I don't even have no filter. I'm just gonna go online, I'm just gonna post this. And then later on, I'm like, ooh, I shouldn't have posted that. And the other thing about this is, and I'm gonna end it with this, those things, those moments are feelings you have and you post it of an impulse, you could delete it, remove it, but with the internet, it stays. Somebody screenshot it. Somebody is capturing it, right? And it's staying. So think before you post. Think before you hop online. Like, everything is not to be posted on social media. Some things you should enjoy in the privacy of your own comfort with your family, your friends, or whomever. Sometimes these thoughts and impulsive feelings don't need to be published. Could be a conversation off the record, even with this podcast. Everything I think and feel is not gonna come on this show. Everything we think and feel is not gonna be a conversation that we need to publicize. Some stuff should actually just be where it's at. I think we are too informed in this era. Everything is like we need to share, we need to overshare everything.
Just ask local politicians about how the past can come back and haunt you with social media posts. It's wild what they'll dig up.
Bro.
It's wild.
It's a wild, wild world we in, man. But again, we appreciate everybody who listens to the podcast, watches the podcast. Take your hiatus, but when you come back, make sure you tap into Straight from the Yacht with Promise. You know, we drop episodes weekly, Wednesdays. Subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. Thank you to everybody who's been subscribing, everybody who's been downloading and listening to us on Spotify, Apple, all of those platforms. Following us on Instagram, Yacht with Promise. Please continue to do so. Rock with us and continue to grow with us. And we're excited about where this podcast is right now and where it is going to go. All right? We get you back with you in a minute on the next one. And you already know, it's not a threat. It's a promise. Get it! Read a book! Courtesy of Cree.